What's good? It's your boy 2K here. Shout out to the movement and everybody who's moving with us. Man, oh man, oh man. Well, this Saturday on the co-main event of the unification bout between Arislandi Lara and Jarrett Hurd, we have the rematch between former IBF 168-pound champion James DeGale looking to regain his title back from the former journeyman Caleb Truax, who took it from him in his last fight, right? Now, Caleb Truax, after he beat James DeGale and became the new IBF 168-pound champion, he should have been singing the song by Sam Cooke. Y'all old heads know what I'm talking about. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Nigga can't sing for shit, but that's my joint right there. The old heads know what's up with that shit. Caleb Truax should have been singing that shit, cause this motherfucker literally jumped from bum status, or at least I'll give him a little credit, journeyman status, to champion, right? I mean, it wasn't that long ago, just 2 years. He was knocked out in the first round by Anthony Durrell, right? A year before that, he was knocked out in the 12th round by Daniel Jacobs in a fight that he was losing pretty much every single fucking round, right? And then, 3 years before that, I believe, he was the second comeback fight for Jermaine Taylor after Jermaine Taylor was bounced out of the Super 6 tournament by Arthur Abraham, and he was defeated easily in that fight. Now, he did drop Jermaine, I think, once or twice, but this is a pretty much shop-worn Jermaine Taylor, a guy that, you know, he just looked like complete shit after losing to Carl Froch and losing to Arthur Abraham in the first round of that Super 6, right? So it was just like, damn, this nigga's done. And he still was outclassed by that Jermaine Taylor, right? I mean, he had a fucking draw with Ozzy Duran. A lot of y'all don't even know who the fuck that is. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you a hint. He's a nobody, right? So he's literally jumped overnight from journeyman status to champion. It's a dream come true. You know what I'm saying? And this is a dream that Caleb Truax is not trying to wake up from whatsoever, right? You're gonna have to kill this nigga to wake him up, right? So this fight is very intriguing because, of course, there's the issue with James DeGale having shoulder surgery, or this was his return fight from shoulder surgery on his strong shoulder, right? And he felt like he returned too quickly. I believe that myself. This is before those two even got in the ring. When the fight was announced, I had said that James DeGale might be returning too quickly from shoulder surgery, but nevertheless, him and his team thought it was the right time. In my opinion, on paper, they picked the right fucking opponent. You know what I'm saying? Given Caleb Truax's track record previously, right? So nobody really looked at this fight as a major concern. You know what I'm saying? Some of us was like, hey, you know, Caleb Truax, he does apply some pressure. You know, he did give Jermaine Taylor some fits. He did beat other guys that he was supposed to beat. You know what I'm saying? Like Scott Sigmund and shit, and Derek Ennis, guys like that. You know what I mean? With this pressure. But yeah, James DeGale, you know, he's a top level fighter in the division. He should squeak by him, and it should put him in position for some of the other guys like Gilberto Ramirez or, you know, David Benavidez, etc. Right? Nope. Nope. This motherfucker, Caleb Truax, said, yo, this is my time, and it's the perfect opportunity. This nigga thought he was gonna pick me coming off shoulder surgery. I'm about to show him why he made a mistake. And he did what other fighters failed to do with James DeGale, right? The only fighter that actually was successful at doing this, what I'm about to say, previously was George Groves when he defeated him back in, I believe, 2012 or 2011, right? That was James DeGale's only loss before this one. Now, what George Groves was able to do was he didn't wait for James DeGale. You see what I'm saying? James DeGale is a fast starter. He looks good from round 1 to round 6. And then he usually starts to suffer from fatigue after round 6. And also he suffers from some form of stupidity, you know what I'm saying, lack of IQ, where he just stops executing the game plan that is working for him, tries to switch it up on top of being tired, and he ends up letting his opponent back into the fucking fight, right? What George Groves was able to successfully do, he took some rounds early so he wouldn't have to play catch up towards the end of the fight. This is what Andre Dirrell failed to do, right? This is what Badou Jack failed to do. Even though a lot of people believe Badou Jack won the fight, he could have, in my opinion. That was the greatest example of a draw ever. You know what I'm saying? One of the greatest examples of a draw. Literally, James DeGale won the first 6 rounds with a knockdown, and Badou Jack won the latter 6 rounds with the knockdown. It was a draw, straight up. You know what I'm saying? If you had to give it to somebody, I would have gave it to Badou Jack, but it still was a draw. I had no problem with the draw. You know what I'm saying? But that's what those two guys failed to do when they fought James DeGale, right? So Caleb Truax went in there and said, yo, I'm about to beat this nigga's body up from round 1. I'm about to apply pressure. I'm not going to let him get comfortable in the ring, right? I know he's a fast starter, so I got to be a fast starter too. And I have to keep him on his back foot. I got to keep his back up against the ropes. At the same time, I got to go to the body, put water in the tank like Teddy Atlas likes to say. So this motherfucker doesn't move around the ring like he likes to do early on in fights, pumping the jab and utilizing combination punching from distance. I can't allow him to do that. So from round 1, I'm going to be in his motherfucking face. I'm going to have my head pointed directly at his chest, and I'm digging to the body. It's exactly what Caleb Truax did. That's why he was successful in defeating James DeGale. And I believe he does it again. You know why? Because there's always somebody that has your number. You know what I'm saying? Darnell Boone. I'm going to start naming some names. Darnell Boone, right? Kasim Uma. You know what I'm saying? Nate Campbell, right? These are guys that have defeated guys in their career that were way better than them. You know what I'm saying? That were seen, at least on paper, as being way better than them. And they went in there and defied the odds, right? So Darnell Boone has looked good against guys that he definitely shouldn't look good against, like Andre Ward, right? Dropped Andre Ward. First time Andre Ward was ever knocked down. You know, these guys are always a fucking problem for a lot of different fighters, right? Especially Kasim Uma. Kasim Uma gave Gennady Golovkin an excellent fight before, you know, he was eventually knocked out in the 11th round. But he gave Gennady Golovkin an excellent fight, right? So this is what Caleb Truax has become. He has become that guy that is going to be a problem for James DeGale at any point of his career. The James DeGale of that fought fucking what's my guy's name? Gonzalez. Can't think of his first name, but he was a guy that a lot of people thought he was gonna be something at 168. James DeGale went in there and beat that ass. Gave him his first loss, right? Can't think of his fucking first name, but when he fought him, you know what I'm saying? Or the James DeGale that he fought last in his last fight. Doesn't matter which one shows up in the ring, Caleb Truax is always going to give him problems. Because let's face it, James DeGale doesn't know how to fight any other way. Whether he's coming off of injury or he's having an excellent training camp, he still fights the same fucking way. Right? Fast starter for the first 6, falters off in the last 6, right? So if all else fails, we can definitely depend on that happening, right? And we've already seen Caleb Truax is a well-conditioned fighter who likes to stick to the game plan that's working for him. Truax is not really a good adjuster, and he's not really a smart fighter. He's just he's really, in my opinion, a below average fighter. I'd make him a C to C plus, possibly, right? Type of fighter. But what works for him is that he's well conditioned and he sticks to the game plan, right? Caleb Truax is the quintessential fighter that was taught everything he knows, and he goes out there and executes exactly what his trainers have taught him for that training camp. That is Caleb Truax. Hey, this is going to be the plan for this fighter. This is what you got to do. And Caleb Truax says, yes, sir, and goes out there and executes it. Straight up blue collar worker. That's Caleb Truax, right? And against James DeGale, it worked the first time. And based on the way James DeGale fights, even when he's in tip-top shape, it should work this time. I don't expect him to get knocked out by James DeGale. Especially going in there with the confidence that he has now, since he's already beaten him once, right? James DeGale, to me, like I said, is not a guy with an exceptional IQ, a guy that knows how to make adjustments on the fly. He's not necessarily a guy that will go back to training camp, come into a rematch, and look like a different fighter. You know what I'm saying? Based on his style, he doesn't look like that to me. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be the same guy. And I expect Caleb Truax to go out there and be that blue-collar worker and do the same shit that he did before. Also, let me just say, James DeGale in this final press conference, this motherfucker looked like he just finished sucking on that glass dick. You know what I'm saying? He just finished smoking a crack pipe before he went to the... Did y'all see how fidgety this motherfucker was? And he kept sniffling, and he had these bags under his eyes like the nigga just went grocery shopping at Target or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he literally, this nigga had full grocery bags under his eyes, B. You know what I'm saying? Like, the nigga had milk, you know what I'm saying? He had water, nigga had bologna and shit, cheese, bread. You know what I'm saying? Straight up in them bags underneath his eyes, dog. And they was weighing him down. He looked like he straight up just finished sniffing an 8-ball in his motherfucking hotel room before he went to the press conference. I can't trust a fighter that looks like that. You know what I'm saying? That's all fidgety, you know, nervous and shit, like the feds is on him and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the nigga got weed on him and shit. He just got pulled over by the cops. I can't trust a nigga that's looking like that 2 days before the fight is about to happen. You know what I'm saying? He kept laughing. You know, I'll be a 2-time champion after Saturday. Yeah. Oh man, where's that needle at, man? Man, dog. Hey, I can't trust that. Meanwhile, Caleb Truax, you know, he's a really good guy, man, but I gotta get him. Straight up blue collar worker. Caleb Truax look like he hang out with number white boys out there in Minnesota, man. And he talk like it too. Yeah, man, you know, I'm just coming out here, you know, it's gonna be a good fight. I don't really give predictions, you know. I just go out there and do what I gotta do, you know. You know, we're gonna go out there and do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? That's Caleb, dog. He's a good guy though, man, but I gotta put 100% of my trust in Caleb simply because, like I said, he's ready. He's a blue collar worker. He's going to train hard. He already beat the guy once, executing a game plan the way that it should have been. James DeGale is not going to change anything. He's just really trying to be more in shape, which in my opinion is not going to matter because Caleb Truax is going to be in tip-top shape as well. So you're going to have literally the same fighters going out there and fighting again, just in better shape. That's the way I see this fight. So I got Caleb Truax keeping the belt. If I hedged the play, I would say James DeGale by knockout. But if this fight goes to the scorecards, which I think it will, I got Caleb Truax pulling out another majority decision. It's going to be a tough fight. James DeGale will have his moments, but I believe Caleb Truax will start from round 0, meaning before the bell even rings, you know, wanting to execute that game plan, keeping James DeGale uncomfortable. James DeGale already look uncomfortable, you know what I'm saying? He just put, you know, a whole bunch of heroin in his fucking veins before this goddamn press conference, so he already look uncomfortable as it is, as if he feels like, I think James DeGale feels like he has to win this fight or his career is over, and that statement is supported by what he said. He said that he will retire if he loses to fucking Caleb Truax because, in his words, he's already fought at the highest level he can, and he's been fighting at the highest level you can shit since he started boxing. That's what he said. So to lose, basically, I'm gonna translate, for him to lose to a motherfucking journeyman, it's a knock on his career, and he feels like if he loses to him again, there's no need to continue it. I agree with him. Real talk. And I think he's gonna lose Saturday night. YouTube, do what you do in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Does James DeGale look like he just finished sniffing some cocaine? You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker had that white girl and shit in his hotel. And I ain't talking about a female, dog. Do what you do in the comment section. We'll be real. This is real talk for real fans. One.